Recently, the Chattanooga Fire Department hosted a Confined Space Rescue Technician class. This class was a 40-hour class. We had members from the Chattanooga Fire Department and from Cleveland Fire Department that attended this class. The class started out with classroom presentations, and then it jumped almost immediately into a hands-on type demonstrations and skill building. We introduced them into things that they've already really seen before, right? Like rope rescue, anchor points, different types of changes of direction, mechanical advantages. All that plays into the Confined Space Rescue Technician course. A lot of the skills, once we got done reviewing and refreshing on the rope side of everything on Confined Space, we jumped right in immediately, members making entries. We have a above ground storage tank here that you see behind me where they had to make top entries and side entries. And then we have another prop that's over here to the side that was built by the City of Chattanooga Public Works here recently for us, where they can make entries into that, into different types of vault systems that are above ground. Normally they're below ground, but for training aspect, they're above ground here. Long crawls through the tunnels while they're on air. They make sure they check their air monitoring. They're always filling out Confined Space Rescue or entry permits. And because it's required by law that we have to have those permits filled out before we make any type of entry. And the reason for this type of a class is it happens all over the country where workers or some people go down inside of a pit where the atmosphere isn't what it should be for them to, survivability goes. Usually in a confined space situation, you'll have more than one person that is injured or needs help, because you always have the individuals that want to go back in and try to assist them, but the atmospheric, conditions are not ideal for them. So normally you start seeing a lot of these confined space rescues, you'll have multiple people that are down on the inside just because of that reason. So our air monitoring gets done, our confined space entry permits are getting done, and then all the equipment that we use to make sure that we make the entry the correct way. So to wrap up the end of the week, on Friday we did one last scenario, like their final scenario, where we were donated for the week a 53-foot tanker truck from BASF. They brought it to our site, had it cleaned and everything for us, and we had workers down on the inside of that tank. That gets done here in Chattanooga at the Chattanooga Tank Wash daily, right? So that's possibilities that those things could happen. So we try to make it a real world situation. But we use an aerial ladder truck for the roping, for hooking up the ropes, all the anchor points, and the mechanical advantage on getting down into the vessel. And then the students would go in, package those the workers that are inside, and get them back out using the mechanical advantage and the rope rescue. A week-long, 40-hour week of nothing but confined space entries after entries. And also, I should add, each individual just, they got their hands on entry permits. You might do that on one skill station. You may be doing air monitoring on another skill station, and you might be the entrant on the other skill station. So everybody kind of got a round robin, if you will, as far as all the skills that come together for a confined space rescue technician.